Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how and why it took me 6 months to sign my first SMMA client. So guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Harry Kirk. This channel is run alongside Tom Ford, who is co-owner of my social media marketing agency. And this channel is all about educating everyone who's starting a social media marketing agency or has been in it for a long time and just needs that helping hand from two people that really are living and breathing in the space. And over the next 3 or 4 months, we're making a dramatic increase in effort to really show you guys and really prove to you guys we own the agency that we do by doing interviews with clients that we have, proving the money that we say we earn and that we do actually earn it, because it's really important that you guys not only believe but see firsthand that we are legit and we aren't just these people online that are just waffling shit and they're not actually who they say they are. So make sure you subscribe because we post videos every single day on social media marketing, digital marketing, Facebook ads, updates on the industry, sales advice on how you can start and scale a social media marketing agency to 10 grand a month plus in 2022 moving into 2023. But for this video, we're going to be talking about how it took me 6 months to sign my first social media marketing agency client. So I started my agency a long time ago, 3+ years ago, back when the agency space was fairly limited in the amount of people that were doing it, but it was still a thriving industry, not to the level it is now. So I came across social media marketing just the same way a lot of people do, just online as a side hustle. If you've not watched my journey video yet, I go through how I tried literally every possible side hustle there is known to man online, and I literally tell you how much I earned through each of them. Look at my channel. It was about 2 weeks ago I made that video. But in terms of what I tried to actually get my social media marketing agency off the ground, I tried everything. The same way I tried every side hustle, I tried everything within each side hustle. So I launched my agency and I did the typical stuff. Spent ages on a website that you don't need to do because no one ever saw it. I sent loads of emails, and then to make myself stand out on emails, because I knew I needed to stand out, I actually made logo animations and sent them to a load of businesses. So there's John's Pizza Shop down the road. I paid like £100 a month for an animation software, downloaded their logo, made it into an animation, like flames coming out of it or spiraling. It was really shit thinking about it now. Sent it to everyone and said, right, I've made this kind of free gift with you. I also run a social media marketing agency. Could you get on a meeting that week? And I discussed. And I booked a few meetings. Not many of them showed up or amounted to anything. And nothing really came from it. Then I went on to, just blasting emails, Loom videos. I did postal outreach. So I was literally trying everything. I listed, a whole lead list, all of their addresses, and made them a physical pack of kind of a website audit, social media marketing strategy, built these packs and sent out to hundreds of businesses and got a few replies, got a few meetings, but nothing came of it. So this is the kind of level I was going through to figure out what worked, because I never bought a course. I never invested in a course. I never invested in any mentorship. I had business mentors outside of social media, but it was never an actual social media marketing course as you guys know it, or something that we offer. I was never in any of those. And so the way I grew my agency and grew my knowledge was very much trial and error. It was, right, try this. Did it work? No. I had previous service delivery knowledge from previous businesses that I tried and failed at. So it wasn't the service delivery that I was struggling with. It was actually getting these clients, and that was pure down to trial and error, finding what worked, what didn't work. And over the 3 years, I've now built the system that gets us to really not have to worry about signing new clients on a repeat basis. So yeah, going back to then, 3.5 years ago when I started my agency, couldn't sign a client for the life of me. It was the most frustrating 6 months of my entire life. And as you can tell, I literally tried everything. I tried email outreach, DMs, building a personal brand. I tried LinkedIn outreach, cold calling, postal outreach. I tried Facebook DMs. I literally tried everything possible. And what I kind of found from that 6 months experience was it's so important to make yourself stand out and be different. And I say this Tom and I say this in hundreds and hundreds of our videos and hundreds of times on our Instagrams, is that unless you make yourself stand out in a very crowded space, it's going to be physically impossible for you to sign a client. And what I mean by that is not by offering anything different. Yes, you can have a good offer, and you need that offer to get them on the call, because in all of your outreach, you've got to sell the meeting rather than your services. There's no point sending a DM, sending an email, educating them on Facebook ads. You've got to hit a pain point within their business, show that you've done your research on that business, and then get them on a call with a good offer, free social media marketing strategy, or whatever your offer is. That's how you're going to get them on the call. And that's what I wasn't doing. I was very entitled. I talked all about myself in my outreach. So I'd send these businesses an email or a DM saying, hi, my name's Harry, I'm a social media marketing agency. Do you want to pencil in a 15-minute chat? And it's just the complete wrong way to do it. And unless you kind of try it, you're never going to know that that's not the wrong way to do it unless you watch a video like this and you find out. But that was kind of my journey. So for 6 months, I was trying everything under the sun, emails, logo animations, everything. And what I found was I had to match my outreach to the niche. And I've said this in a load of videos previously. You have to match your outreach to the niche. You've got to make yourself stand out. You've got to put yourself in the business owner's shoes, and you've got to talk to them in a way that you'd like to be spoken to. Like, you wouldn't like 10 messages a day from loads of different businesses pitching you in the exact same way with your interest not at heart, knowing that that message came from a place where they want money from you. And that's a big point that you need to get across in your first message, and kind of diffuse the situation in the sense that you don't care if they pay you money. You just want to help them. And that can be difficult to do because it's very clear that you are after money and you want to sign them as a client. But you've got to lead with a way that supplies them with so much value that even if they don't go ahead and kind of transact with you, they still get something out of taking that relationship a step further and connecting with you. And that's through a really good presentation, a really good offer, and supplying loads of value up front with no expectation in return. The amount of meetings I've got on now, not previously, when 3 years ago, which I'm talking about, the amount of meetings I actually got on supplied tons and tons of value for them, basically gave my marketing strategy away for free, and nothing came of it. But then in a year and a half time, they come back to me because no other agency is willing to put that work in with them. And then I sign them. Is absolutely crazy. And that's what I play. I play the massive long game. I encourage everyone else to play the long game, because anyone who's chasing that quick buck, I'm thinking, right, I'm just going to get them on a call, pitch to them, then move on to the next. They don't build long-term relationships. But it's people like me and agencies like Tom and I's where we'll happily get on 5 meetings this week and educate them completely, because we know they're not going to have the facilities to implement our strategy. Educate them so they know what they need, so that when the 50 other beginner agencies talks to this business owner, they're like, well, nothing compares to what Tom and Harry told me. So why would I go with them? Even if they're promising me the world, giving me loads of guarantees, they've not demonstrated the value that Tom and Harry did. So I'm not going to go with them. I'm just going to wait 6 months until I'm ready and pay a bit extra for Tom and Harry, because I sense that they're super knowledgeable. That's the absolute approach that Tom and I take, and it's the approach I recommend you guys taking. And that's the exact approach I didn't take in those first 6 months, which stopped me signing that first client. So you're probably thinking, well, Harry, what changed? How did it all change? And I'm going to do my next video tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So make sure you subscribe for that. Is going to be taking through the exact steps I took to sign my first client. However, what really changed was understanding those processes, educating myself more on the sales process and the psychology of sales, matching people's personality traits. So if someone comes on as a really aggressive character, not aggressive as in swearing, but aggressive as in, right, I'm really straight to the point, you have to mirror their personality. And that's a really good sales skill that you need to adapt. Because if someone comes on really timid and you notice that they're really data driven and they're really strategic in the way they kind of sense a call, you have to treat those very differently and speak to those people very differently on a sales call, a cold call, and over DMs, very differently than a really harsh to the point builder that doesn't have much time. So that's an important skill that I really didn't adapt. I went onto every meeting in the same way, which stopped me signing clients, because I was very black and white in the sense that this is how I'm going to deal with this meeting. But that's not how you need to go about it. You need to sense the environment that you're in and then adapt how you communicate with that client throughout the whole process. So to summarize this very short video into kind of 3 or 4 reasons why I didn't sign a client for my first 6 months, was I was relying too heavily on emails. I've done a video in the past on why I hate email outreach and why for the next year and a half, I really don't see that as a viable way to sign clients. There's going to be people that do, that's fine. But in my opinion, I don't think it is. I was too scared to pick up the phone. I literally refuse to cold call. Cold calling is by far the fastest and quickest and most effective way to sign a social media marketing agency in 2023. So once I got over that hurdle, and you'll find out in tomorrow's video, I signed a client on my 6th cold call. That's genuinely the truth. I signed 6 cold calls of my entire life. I signed a £1,500 a month client. So once I got over that hurdle, it really just took off. I was very entitled in how I went about my business. So I felt like I deserved a reply from everyone. And that kind of attitude came across in my outreach method. I was blasting and doing very quantity rather than quality outreach by blasting all of these emails or having a templated message, copy and pasting it to every single person, just changing the business owner's name and the business name, and then blasting out loads of these messages to people. But that wasn't what I should be doing, and that's not what you guys should be doing. You need to be adapting all of your messages and all of your cold calls specifically to the person you're outreaching. Show them that you've just looked at their Facebook page, show them that you've looked at their website, show them that you've actually invested the time and they're not just another number on a call sheet or a lead list. Because as soon as they get that sense, they're just going to hang up and not go with you. You need to show that, right, you picked this needle out of a haystack in a good way and found this business, and you're only reaching out to them. And you can showcase that with different skills and different methods within your outreach. And finally, having a good offer. My original offer when I started 3.5 years ago was, can you just get on a call with me and we can discuss why I think you're leaving a massive opportunity on the table, not running paid ads or not having a sales funnel or not doing any email marketing. And that just wasn't good enough because that was what everyone else was doing. You have to build a really strong reason to why they're taking your phone call, to why they're spending 30 minutes of their Thursday next week talking to you rather than Tom and I, rather than the 50 other agencies watching this video. So that's something you really need to consider, is these business owners now more than ever are getting hundreds and hundreds of opportunities like what you're presenting them with. And if you're knowledgeable enough, you've got the skill set and you're willing to get on the phone, you're willing to communicate well, you're willing to put that initial time in to supply value before you ask for that transaction, you're going to put yourself massively above 99% of business owners or 99% of agency owners. So those are just a few little things that you can get into place and kind of learn from my mistakes, at least for those first 6 months, of why I couldn't sign a client. And hopefully you can put those things into play and sign your first client. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. It was a very short and sweet one. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to be talking about the actual process that I took to finally sign that first client after 6 months, what happened to that client, and then what happened to my second client, because they were 2 very different clients. So yeah, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. It's being posted at 9 AM tomorrow. Like all of our videos, we post every day at 9 AM. If you want to watch yesterday's video, it was on what would happen to the SMMA industry if Facebook completely disappeared tomorrow. Super interesting video. If you've got an established agency, it's going to be even more important to you, because Facebook could very easily not necessarily disappear, but become a lot less valued than it is as an advertising platform. So it's super important that you do watch that video. There'll be a link somewhere on this video and in the description. Drop me a message on Instagram. My username's Harry_SMMA if you have any questions on the social media marketing agency space, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 AM.